guys, welcome back to another episode of Weekly Wahala. It's your girl Crystal Tweneboah. And on today's episode of Weekly Wahala, we're going to be talking about Lil Nas X actually, coming for BET a few days ago. So like about 2 days ago, Lil Nas X was going back and forth with people on Twitter and was ranting in a series of tweets about not receiving a single BET nomination. And I know that like about a week ago, he did like sort of question and he said like, wow, BET, like no nomination at all from you after like my whole year of like release. And it did go like, it went like around the blogs and people were talking about it, but it sort of like died down over like about a week or so. And then like now he's actually expanded on it in more tweets, and so he actually went viral a few days ago. And it actually started when he released a snippet of his new song that he and Tweneboah are working on. So in the intro, the song is called Late to the Party, and in the intro, Lil Nas X can be heard saying FBT, 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 like literally like telling BT like F them pretty much. So I think from what I was seeing in the comment section, people were excited about the release, both NBA Youngboy fans and Lil Nas X fans, because they're pretty much intrigued to see what they're gonna like sound like, both of them on a track. So some people were either in shock about what Lil Nas X was saying in the intro, or there was also excitement for the release. And so he then tweeted to people, because people were then saying, why are you saying it's about BET, like why are you doing this pretty much. And he then tweeted that it's not about BET Award, it's not about the BET Awards anymore, but it's about the homophobia in the black community. So a Twitter user then said, you have a whole Grammy, why are you behaving like this? To which Lil Nas X quoted, like, the point is like, he said that, that's the point, like he's been acknowledged by the Grammys, which is like one of the highest accreditations that like a musician can get, pretty much. Like everybody who does music pretty much wants a Grammy, or like wouldn't say no to a Grammy, but he receives no love from his community. Like that's the crazy part. So like people were then also bringing up Tyler the Creator and Frank Ocean, who have been nominated for the BET Awards this year, but and are also part of the LGBTQIA plus community. And so Lil Nas X actually also brought up a point that, well, look, like that Tyler the Creator and Frank Ocean are more like they're less feminine, and they're less sort of outwards with their gayness or their bisexuality, and they're not as like feminine with their gayness. So hence why perhaps he was thinking that maybe that's why he hasn't been nominated. And people also brought up like Saucy Santana as well, and like how some of the musicians, pretty much like the musicians in the black community, tend to stay away from Saucy Santana and like trying to get features with him, also because of this point as well. So he did bring up some interesting points. And one thing about Lil Nas X is that he calls himself a troll for a reason, because given his past, the Stan account that he used to have, which he used to use that to drag a lot of celebrities, but he's like, Lil Nas X can clap back, he can dish it and he can take it. That's what I actually respect about Lil Nas X. Like there's no way you can't, I think one time he even tweeted it, like you can't out troll the troll. Like he's very quick with his replies. So I've got like varying opinions in regards to this topic, but I think if we're talking about the nominations per se, I actually do agree with what Lil Nas X was saying. Despite me not being okay with his past behavior and like with the Stan accounts, and I can understand why now like certain celebrities or musicians might not want to fool with him anymore, because he's said disgusting things about Blue Ivy and like a lot of celebrities. Like I think was it like Lil Kim as well. Like he said like a bunch of like he remotely had like he apparently had a Stan account where he used to like talk bad about a lot of people, a lot of these celebrities, a lot of these celebrities who he's going to be sitting next to at certain award shows, or like he's probably hoping to work with, which doesn't even make sense, because it's like these lot, like they've heard you, like a lot of times when celebrities get a lot of hate, and like a lot of fans say very disgusting things about celebrities, there's that expectation that like, oh well, you never see them in real life, so they'll never see me to say that in front of my face in real life, so like who cares. But the fact that like Lil Nas X has said all of these things like to these celebrities, and like has like made these stan accounts like basically talking bad about a lot of celebrities, and now he expects these same celebrities to sit next to him or to regard him in the music industry, is mind-boggling to me. But yeah, like that's sort of my take on like Lil Nas X, and like sometimes he can be extra, but apart from that, like I like his music. He's not like, like in this situation he actually has a point, because he had like Industry Baby was like a big like release, and the fact that he released Industry Baby, put Jack Harlow on the feature, and Jack Harlow has Jack Harlow is nominated for a BET award, meanwhile Lil Nas X isn't, is actually mind-boggling. And some people who are fans of Jack Harlow, like to bring up Jack Harlow because he has a BET award nomination. People were saying that, oh well, Jack Harlow, like, because obviously it came out that the reason why people were pitting Jack Harlow and Lil Nas X like with each other was that because they were on the same track, Industry Baby. So it was like, why would you put Jack Harlow and then not put Lil Nas X? Like, it makes no sense. And also like people were saying that like, Jack Harlow, like the feature, like Jack Harlow's verse on Industry Baby was like one of the biggest verses, or like the best verses he's ever done. And even if you add Jack Harlow's music among, like, in regards to Industry Baby, like Industry Baby would top a lot of Jack Harlow's music. And for me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of like Jack Harlow's music. I don't see the appeal. Like, I think with Jack Harlow, he has like good beats and good tunes and stuff. But like when I've tried listening to his music, and the bars are just not barring for me. Like I just don't see the appeal. But a lot of people were saying that, I saw a comment where somebody said, oh well, and the BET Awards isn't just for black people. Like, trying to they were trying to defend Jack Harlow by saying, oh well, the BET Awards aren't just solely for black creators. And to me, I feel like that's so disingenuous and such bullcrap, because at the end of the day, like, yes, the BET Awards are not black owned, but the B in BET Awards is Black Entertainment. I'm pretty sure like that's what it stands for. But like, if that's the case, let's just go with what the person is saying. If the BET Awards aren't just for black people, well then why hasn't Justin Bieber, who's like one of the biggest like pop singers and like artists, why hasn't he ever gotten a BET award? Like, the likes of like The Weeknd. I don't really know if The Weeknd has ever gotten a BET awards, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, the BET award, The Weeknd is biracial anyway, but I think he's like, I don't know what The Weeknd is. I don't know whether he's black or he's biracial, but like that's what I'm pretty much getting at. That you're trying to say that, oh well, the BET awards aren't solely for black people. It's just like anybody can get a BET award. Well then, if you're gonna say that anybody can get a BET award, then why doesn't anybody get a BET award? Why don't the BET awards be like the VMAs or the BBMAs or the AMAs, where they just diversify their content? But then when you say that, it's because I think people were saying that like Eminem has also won a BET award before, so hence why like the BET award isn't just solely for black musicians and black creatives. But I feel like it's like, if you were to come out and say that, oh yeah, that's fine, let's go with what you're saying and let's expand the BET Awards so that white musicians, in fact, open it to K-pop, let the BET Awards give a whole K-pop award and allow the Korean artists to come in and get a BET award, then everybody will be feeling some type of way. So I think it's very disingenuous. These black rappers, every single year, I said that in my last Doja Cat video, that they're always complaining day and night about Grammy Awards like snubbing them, and we are supposed to be sit here and take it and listen to these, you know, black rappers or musicians cry and cry all day about how the Grammy Awards do not recognize them, and oh, we create the culture, we are the culture, and then blah 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 blah. We're supposed to sit there and shed tears for them, but then when Lil Nas X does it, he receives backlash, which I cannot comprehend whatsoever. But yeah, there are so many, and I feel like to that, I feel like there are a lot of many musicians who believe that the BET Awards are beneath them. So of course they want to you know, even like people, somebody was saying in the comment section that I feel like a lot of these artists who are like, I think somebody said that about Drake, that they don't think that Drake is gonna come to the BET Awards, even though I think he's gotten like one of the most nominations also. And I feel like, well, that's on the BET Awards. Like if you're gonna like snub, like you look at Lil Nas X, somebody who actually wants recognition from his own community, wants recognition from like a black award organization, and like they're snubbing him, whereas like all these big black rappers and musicians and like, you know, R&B singers might not come in and even come on the stage and take these awards. And so like, you know, that's why I'm sort of like, I understand Lil Nas X's like frustration even more. Yeah, but like, yeah, that's what I was even saying like in the point before, that no, a lot of these like big, like as certain musicians get bigger, they feel like the BET Awards are beneath them, and that they no longer care about the BET Awards. They don't even want to attend. But then as soon as the Grammys call them, they will dress their best, run up on the red carpet and, you know, pose, even though they're not even nominated in the Grammy Awards, but they're going to be there just to say that they've been to the Grammy Awards, which I find that very like, it's crazy. But I even saw a video of like an old video where like Jay-Z and Kanye West were at the BET Awards, and that was like the good time where everybody, like even these big artists like Beyonce and Jay-Z were at the BET Awards, and now it's like nobody cares anymore. Like nobody even wants to watch. I think that goes for a lot of shows, like a lot of the Grammys, VMAs and stuff like that. A lot of people don't even watch them anymore, just because like some of the best artists like don't win. But also sort of like now a lot of these big rappers and like musicians have just stopped attending, because like it's always like, well, what's the point if every time that somebody wins an award they're like, oh, by the way, this person's not here tonight, but you know, I'll accept the award on their behalf. Like we're tired of hearing that. And I feel like people are also saying that like Lil Nas X, that like his music isn't very good, which I think is, you know, well, you can have an opinion. Not everybody has to like Lil Nas X's music, but I think like Lil Nas X can actually go head to head, like his music can actually go head to head with like the likes of like Travis Scott and a lot of these other rappers, that like, for me, I don't listen to like the likes of Travis Scott and Uzi and like Dirk and Lil Baby and stuff like that, but I'd rather listen to Lil Nas X. I also feel like he even puts, minus his little Call Me By Your Name, that video was just terrible. But like even prior before that, Lil Nas X has actually always put like, you know, when it comes to his staging, his costuming, his just like even like the way he does his music videos, like his production, he actually does well in his music video. He's not just the kind of person who does the same old mundane rapper, like, you know, money in the hand and just generic stuff that a lot of these rappers do. Like he's very creative in like the way like his performances and his music video production and stuff. So yeah, like, so I feel like, you know, I would rather have Lil Nas X than a lot of these rappers who promote nothing but degeneracy. And people were also bringing up the idea that like because at first people were shocked, like, why are you going against BT, because they have allowed you to perform I think twice on their show. And then another, like, I'll post the tweet, but somebody made actually a great tweet like in response to the person, and said that, yeah, like, so the BET Awards feel like it's acceptable to have Lil Nas X perform like a show pony and, you know, receive all the like the views and the attention. So like, you know, we can monetize you, and well, BET Awards can monetize Lil Nas X, but like do not want to actually give him the award for his hard work. And this is what a lot of like even the creatives on like YouTube and like other platforms are saying, that like, you know, will always hold people accountable. And there's like, even like I said, with the same old rappers who are always blaming the Grammys, that the Grammys take our culture, they take our source, and they don't reward us for it. That's the same thing that, you know, Lil Nas X is saying, but I think it's the fact that Lil Nas X is talking about blackness and about talking about his own black, because I feel like people find it's always normal to always go against these white media organizations and to always blame these white media organizations. And when these rappers and musicians do it, then it's like, yeah, we all cry racism. But when actually somebody's bringing up a great point, because black people don't like to hold other black people accountable, it's always, oh, let's brush it under the carpet, or Lil Nas X doesn't know what he's saying. But it's the truth. Like, you know, BET Awards is also monetizing off of Lil Nas X in this manner, despite them being a so-called black entertainment company. And it's also like, I think it's also crazy because somebody made a great point that, like, yeah, the last BET Awards, Lil Nas X was kissing another guy on stage, and regardless on how you feel about whether it's acceptable or it's not acceptable, that was the most talked about moment of the BET Awards, like, in a long time. Because like I said, there was a time where the BET Awards, when Beyonce was performing and was giving a show, like I remember even up to the part where even Cardi B as well was performing at the BET Awards. But now it's like nobody cares about the BET Awards anymore. They're struggling to put up a good show. So, and I feel like also the last part that Lil Nas X talked about, which I sort of agreed with, he talked about it a while ago, but like it was when he released the last album he released, and somebody made a great point by tweeting and said, oh, it's a bit shocking how like Lil Nas X doesn't have a lot of features on his album. Like, you know, well, it could have been for various reasons, but he's always also like, then he sort of like opened up and said that like he didn't, like, not a lot of people wanted to, like, he did ask for features, but a lot of people declined him, and like some people were busy. I think he said that like people like Drake and like Nicki and stuff like that, which he reached out to, were busy, but like some people just don't want to align themselves with Lil Nas X. And I've also heard that with like Saucy Santana as well too, that a lot of these rappers don't want to, like, they feel like their masculinity will be questioned or something if they don't if they make music with Lil Nas X and Saucy Santana. Which anyway, like, to be quite fair, I feel like with that, that's what's mind-boggling to me, because a lot of these rappers have no problem featuring with other rappers who are colorist, who you know, talk about pretty much like, who glorify a bunch of degeneracy and like do nothing but, you know, have guns and weapons in their music video, and they basically rap about nothing but degeneracy. And you know, this person will have multiple features and everybody would want to align their image with that, but then all of a sudden you don't want to align yourself with Lil Nas X, which I find crazy. But if you reach this point, if you reach this part of the video, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment and subscribe, and let me know what you guys feel in regards to Lil Nas X. Do you feel like he should be nominated? You know what's funny? Somebody tried to come at Lil Nas X and was like, oh, you don't deserve, like, you know, you should get to the back of the line because like somebody like Gunna hasn't been nominated for a BET Awards and he deserves that nomination now.
God have mercy upon us.
Like, Gunna has bigger fish to fry than to worry about a basic old BET Award nomination. Like, Gunna is, even if Gunna was nominated and he even won the BET Awards, he's not gonna come on stage to get the award. So what's the point? Like, I don't really understand, like, anyway. But thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Thank you so much. Bye guys.
Bug on the food. Where the f you see a bug? Don't do too much. Ain't no bug on my mother food. There is a bug on the food! Oh my god! It wasn't on the food, y'all. I hope somebody recorded that. Oh my god. It didn't touch the food. We all saw that. The food in the pot.